Good early afternoon, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I've got a few minutes to spare here as my son's in his speech therapy. So I've got a few minutes, so I wanted to touch base on what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. It is 12:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, December 5th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, Bitcoin's pulled back from about 104K roughly down to just above or just below 101K, but it's given XRP the opportunity to garner a little bit of liquidity and push up here ever so slightly and try to reverse course. We've got this pattern formation set up here, and we're struggling to see if it's this kind of a consolidation, if it's something more like this, so it would take longer, which it's given us the evidence of this. So I think we should just do it like this. Not that it'll take longer, but just the evidence is here that looks like we've got this kind of a consolidation. And this could be a very bullish consolidation. That was a double bottom there on the $2.22 support. And the importance there is that support structure, that was the first target out of the descending wedge. If you measure the 2021 area, and that was $2.22. The fact we've back tested and double tapped it now is very interesting, because if this plays out like this, you could have a massive W reversal that ends up breaking you out of here. But then that big flag, and that's how you could get up to that $3 and some change area pretty quickly. So if that does play out in that fashion, that's very bullish. If you see this breakdown and we lose 216, which is right around where that uptrend is in our other chart, and I think it's very important to look at this. This is the longer term area. We broke out of a pennant flag from down here in this range, and then we pushed up into here, and now we're trying to consolidate out of this zone. Like I said, I think it fits better if we just show the totality of the pattern and don't cut anything off and just do this. I think it fits better. And if it breaks out, we've got some nice targets to the top side. And this would be a short-term breakout here too that could get you before any real resistance from just the consolidation. So you'd have a little bit of a burst if you break out of the consolidation to the bullish side. Something around here. Something around $3.08 would be the initial area, but it would bring you to a new high in this rally. So that would be a very important step. Ultimately, we're working on still to go much higher than this to $5.49. That is the technical target out of the descending wedge that we broke out of. So that's something that's definitely happening here. That's something that's definitely happening here at some point. And it's a massive W reversal, so we don't really need to get into all of that. But right now, those are the levels we're looking at. We've got a lot of movement here. Watch commodities and stuff. B2 gold, the best buying opportunity. And I'm going to do a lot of damage there because it stopped me out of my purchase when it broke 274. So now I have to go back and watch from the sideline. It's a lot different. Same with AG. It busted me out at $6.18 when it came back below. But it's not the same as crypto. You can buy and sell these for pennies on the dollar. So, and if you're on a good crypto exchange, that's not the case. But watch B2 gold when it gets down here. I don't know how many times I've talked about this. This descending consolidation. It looks like it wants to come down here. Somewhere down in maybe the 230, 235, maybe 242 range. But just continue to watch and start to layer back into it if you can. Because eventually this is going to reverse, but it's risk on right now. So commodities, gold, silver is going to take a little bit of a beating here for a little bit. And that's what's been happening. I always want to make sure to make everybody aware of what's going on there. Just around crypto, we basically are consolidating. Nothing more. Yesterday we had the big dump down. AMP, we've talked about it, starting to have a nice little reversal again. It was 15% down yesterday. In the last day and a half, I've been able to buy, sell off back down to 100,000 tokens, let it consolidate. Then yesterday I rebought back in, or before it had the rally a day and a half ago, or 2 days ago, when it went up 65%. And then just, it's like a rinse and repeat with this. And then it came back down, watched it back test the area. Now I've got about 200,000 tokens again for the continuation rally if it has it. If not, if this breaks down, well, it's got a long way back down to the bottom of the channel if that's where it needs to go. We came up earlier to 115 overnight, came all the way down to 105, and now we're pushing back up to 112. So that's a very healthy push so far. I think VELO is very undervalued going through the board. XMR we talked about yesterday, it's at 200 bucks. I sold it at 206. I had a short-term move I was looking at, and it made my 15% roughly. And it allowed my trade, or what was it, 13%, but it allowed my leverage trade to make nearly 1x. So I was happy about that. IOTA's consolidating. All of these are consolidating right now. We're consolidating very hardcore. It's nice to see that AMP is starting to push out, though, because AMP is one of those that can go 65, 70% every time it consolidates. And then it gives back 50 to 55% every single time, and it did it again. And I was able to sell it here, get it back here, keep the 100,000 that I've had since the beginning, and I just rinse and repeat with the other couple 100,000. And it's been working out fantastic with AMP. I would like to see XRP and XLM try to break out of these ranges. XLM still has not invalidated this pennant flag. So I still think XLM's got a big move in it. As long as this doesn't invalidate this pennant flag, it's going to do it quick too. That initial breakout would be 67 cents, but the technical target out of the short area is around 96 cents. It's even up a little bit higher if you take it from the top of this, wick area from the pennant. So just be aware of how big this is actually setting up. Now, if it breaks down, yeah, we might have to come all the way back down here to 37.7. But the fact it broke out from the uptrend and created a pennant flag leads me to believe that this is probably more bullish than bearish. So we're going to have to pay attention. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my work, I got to go because my son, he's in his speech therapy. And this session's not as long as the Tuesday one. So I want to be there in case he needs me. But if you're looking to trade XRP, crypto, anything you've seen me talk about, BITUNIX is where I have my AMP being held right now. It's where I like to do the leverage trading. That's also where I traded the XMR. But I from a leverage standpoint, it's the cheapest you'll find. If you're part of our non-existent copy trading community, we're in XRP XLM, but I'm not talking about that because it doesn't exist. But yeah, leverage, it's the cheapest in my opinion, but XRP's there's so many different assets there. HOTCOIN is where I have my IOTA and my VELO, but I'm figuring out a new exchange because they not only have IOTA, VELO, but they also have IOTA, VELO, and XDC in the same spot, and it's available for the USA. I'm testing it out right now as we speak, and you guys know how I feel. I have to have XDC in my portfolio back since I left Uphold, so now it's it's urgent for me to have it while it's still cheap, but I have to find a way to do it. So that's on. I'll be talking about that to come. I'm still trying to figure the exchange out and to see how good it is. I'm sending stuff from the ledger back and forth and doing different kind of back and forth designations. But if I could hold XDC, VELO, and IOTA on the same exchange, sign me up. Sign me up, and that's what I'm going to try to do. One way or another. And these aren't KYC I'm doing, or I'm not doing KYC on like HotCoin, Bitcoin, Unix, or the new exchange I'm talking about that I'm trying to figure out. Crypto.com is the only one that I do a KYC because that's where I have the Crypto.com debit card. I've got my money put away for my Windows that's already taken safely out of crypto. How I just bought my fridge with my Crypto.com debit card. So you can use your crypto to your advantage, your profit, so you don't ever have to take it out. And then you can still take out $200 a day with no over-the-top finance fees that you would have to pay if you want to take out more. But $200 a day you can just take out if you want cash. I don't really need the cash for much, but I like to use it for spendable purchases, so I don't have to take out of my typical spending. So there's that. And then XRP Healthcare, which is down at like 15 cents right now. That's on Bank. You can do it. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal if you want to send a donation, or you can send a YouTube Super Chat or join Tom's Army. Other than that, have a blessed day. And keep your emotion out of it and just watch the charts for what they are. If it breaks down, it breaks down. But if it ends up pulling out of here, it's going to be a very interesting day indeed. So we'll just have to watch this very closely.